Hey everybody, welcome to the Marble Jar Live tonight. We have a unique presenter. Her name is Ashley Rigney, and she is here with us tonight. I'm so excited to have her on. Ashley, would you like to introduce yourself to everybody?
Hi everyone. Like she said, my name is Ashley Rigney. I am a unique yellow status presenter with the brand Stay Beautiful.
Awesome. So, how did you start your business and why did you start it?
I started with Unique back in April of this year. Um, COVID had just broke out. I was doing rideshare companies with Uber and Lyft, and I've got a weakened immune system and everything, and just decided that, while this was all in full swing, it wasn't really the best idea for me to be out, dealing with a lot of different people. But I'm not one to sit around and do nothing either. So I run a couple groups on Facebook, and one of the girls in my groups was actually a presenter, and we just got to talking. And I started out with just the foundation, and I've got really sensitive skin, a lot of bad allergies. I was the type of person that in order to use makeup, I had to take Benadryl just to get through it, which is no fun. But I didn't realize that that wasn't normal because, it's what I'd had to do my whole entire life in order to wear makeup was to put it on and then take the Benadryl. So she informed me that that wasn't exactly how it was supposed to work. And she did the color match, which I thought was a lot of fun to go through. And then I got my foundation in, and actually my first live was a side by side comparison of my drugstore brand foundation and the unique brand foundation, and fell head over heels, and haven't looked back since.
That's so cool. I'm glad you finally found a foundation that works for your skin and for your allergies. I think that's pretty awesome. So, on your live videos, how do you choose to do your makeup? Like, do you have a set look for the day, or do you random makeups, or?
I do whatever I want. I've done I've done really natural looks. I've done really bold and dramatic. Um, with Halloween just being finished up, October I did nothing but different Halloween looks. Um, in my opinion, I do what I want when I want. And I think the people who join me for my lives, who are my clients, really like the fact that I don't follow a set script. I don't go with what everybody else is doing. I am my own person. I do it my own way. It might not be right, but it works for me. And I'll be the first one to admit when I'm doing it. This might not be how somebody else does it, and that's fine. You don't have to do it this way, but this works for me. This is what I like. I think it looks good. Feel free to mimic it if you want to. If you don't want to, hey, that's fine too. It's makeup. There are no rules.
I've actually watched a couple of your lives, and I think the last one that I watched was, I think this was you. I hope it was you. You did a Halloween look, and it had like black on your face as well, and you're like doing like kind of like a clown. Am I right?
No,
Kind of.
that was supposed to be a dark fairy.
Okay, I don't know. I didn't know what it was. Okay.
I am not a makeup artist. I am not a professional makeup person. And I think that's because I did have to take a lot of Benadryl in order to wear makeup. So I didn't do a lot of makeup because I didn't like having to fight Benadryl in order to do it. So I'm in my mid 30s, and I guess you could technically say I'm quite a bit behind on, the tips and the techniques, and this is for this and that is for that, and this brush does this better, and that it's a big world. It's a lot to learn, and I'm sure a lot of people have several years ahead of me on that.
I think you're very good at it. I've been watching you, watching your lives and everything, and so far I've been also learning from you as a makeup artist myself. So I
Well,
appreciate
good. I'm glad.
you. You're a lot
I'm
of
glad I
fun.
was able to help you.
I was like, oh, she's awesome. Let me watch her. So it's
Well,
been fun.
good. I haven't done as many as I would like. I'm going to do a live tomorrow. So there should be an option to turn on notifications if you just want to follow anytime I'm on. I think I'm going to do a rose gold look tomorrow.
That would be pretty.
Yeah.
On your selling aspect, do you have like highs and lows, or do you have a lot of highs since you're new to it and everybody's following you recently? And how do you go through that?
Yeah, it's like a roller coaster ride, and I think it's got a lot to do with the economy and everything at the moment, because everything is so unsure. People are out of work, and the ones that are out of work and who are fortunate enough to get financial aid through the government, um, they're having issues getting their money in and everything. 2020 has definitely been a unprecedented year all the way across the board. So I'm trying to keep in mind, that the highs are great, absolutely wonderful, but it's like anything else. You've got that downward part of that roller coaster that can get a little bit scary there at times. But I mean, I don't think it's anything that has to do in particular with the product or the way that I'm presenting, or that people just flat out don't like me or whatever. I don't think that has anything to do with it. I think it's a lot to do with where we're at in our point in history.
I agree. I think there is like a point right now where it's pretty hard for everybody. And I think it's pretty awesome how everybody's just like keep going. And with you, like you keep going, and I think that's very inspirational also. And with your ambition and everything like that, do you feel like you've made a difference in people's lives with your live videos and with how you're working with your makeup company?
You're cutting out. I'm sorry.
Do you think that you have made a difference for people in your makeup company and how you kept going with your business?
I like to think that I've made a difference. Um, I like to think that, as a people, we have a certain duty to others. And it's quite simple. Make somebody's day better than what it was before they come in contact with you. So, I mean, for me, it truly isn't about the money. It's not about the sell. It's about the person. And if I can make you smile, or if I can give you a tip that will work with a product that you already have, because again, it's makeup. So it doesn't have to be my makeup, my brand. It can be any brand that you choose. If I can give you a tip that's going to help you, or if I can make you smile, or if you're having a bad day and I can, uplift you and help empower you through that, then at the end of the day, I've done what I need to do as a citizen and as a person, which was reach out to somebody and say, hey, I know today's rough. I have my rough days too. So I understand the rough days, but tomorrow might be better. So let's see what we can do to help today.
Right.
Do you need a laugh? Do you just need somebody to listen? What can I do to help you?
That's really cool. I think that's also very inspirational. And with what you have said, how do you get people on your team like to join you, like throughout your business and everything? Like how does that all work?
It's That's a good question because I'm still relatively new. I've got two members on my team. We are doing Black Friday, which is 7 weeks of of bundles every week. Um, so it's a lot of learning how to juggle time and management, um, and also understanding that we're people, and being people, things come up, and just because something come up that may hinder one person from doing doesn't mean that there's not a whole sea of people out there who are looking for an advantage. And what I have found through joining my company is that, the products are great. I'm not going to take anything at all away from the products, but the foundation itself has a wonderful mission, which I think is a perk. If you can find something that speaks to you on a personal level, you're not just selling a product, you're actually helping somebody in the process of that particular sale and of every sale that is made. So I use that as a way to bring new people in. We're not just selling makeup. We're actually helping women who have been sexually abused as children. We've got 3 different brands, so they're never alone. There's always, once they make the decision to reach out, there's always something there available to them to help them regain that power that was taken from them in the first place.
I think that's pretty powerful. I agree with you. I actually used to sell younique myself. I met a bunch of ladies that I'm still friends with, and we still connect even through this hard time. And I'm very thankful for all.
It's great.
It is. It's so great.
It really is. It's like a sorority.
Yeah.
Without having to go to college.
Definitely agree. It's so much fun. Like, I don't know. I just met people like everywhere, and it's. So, I think my final question for you is: have you came over any fears that you had with doing like lives and helping people and messaging people throughout your business? Like, have you yourself grown to it as well?
A lot of fears. When I first started, I only did live in the VP group. There was no way I was going live on my personal wall. But I had a lot of issues as well. But one day I woke up and said, you know what, we're going to do it. And we jumped in head first. Selfies was not something that I did. I do photos as a hobby. Being behind the camera is great. Being in front of the camera, I didn't do that very well. I didn't like photos. I was not very extroverted. I wasn't the kind of person that would message you and be like, hey, Black Friday's here. I've got a great deal for you. Even though I knew you, I still wasn't that kind of person because no, they don't want to hear that from me. Even though they're my friend, they don't want to hear that from me. So I've grown a lot. I've come a long way. I've stepped out of my comfort zone in more than one way. And in the process, I am finding that I had more people who had my back than I ever realized, which was really empowering for me. I mean, I've always been the type of person who would empower other women or other people in general and build them up. Girl, I don't know why you don't want to take a picture. You're absolutely gorgeous. Was always the type of person that I was. But to turn it around and to feed that same story to myself felt very uncomfortable and very strange because I didn't see it in myself.
Well, I think you're doing a great job now. And I think you become more of an extrovert as a person. And you talk throughout your lives too, like, which is great. Like, you sit there and conversate with people that comment on it, and I think that's really cool. So I think you have grown. I think that's a great
That's
thing.
nervous energy.
I
I'll be
agree.
perfectly honest. I can sit there and do it and not have somebody to banter back and forth with. It's nervous. My sound effects. I know one of them I did. I was making sound effects and actually called attention to myself. Because if you can't make fun of yourself, then what's the point in living, right? And I know one of the comments was, "I absolutely love your sound effects," and it was like, oh wow, people actually like that. But they like it when you're personable. If you're real with them, they know that. If you're being fake, they know that too. And I'm anything but fake. I will call it like I see it. Like it or not.
Well, I appreciate you, and I want to say thank you again for joining me tonight. It's been great getting to know you as a person and also understanding what you went through to just wear makeup or watching our interested. Just message Ashley if that's okay with you, Ashley, to message you.
That is perfectly fine.
And I just want to say thank you again, and I've had so much fun with you.
Thank you. I've had fun with you too. I look forward to seeing some of my lives.
Thanks. I'll see you soon. Have a great night.
Thank you. Bye, girls.
Bye.
Bye.